Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Cuffin' the Dip coming at you guys with another one. Coming back to you guys after that super bullish AMA that we had with. In the meantime, if you guys didn't catch that, I advise that you guys go check that out. That was I feel like a really bullish AMA. So if you guys have not tuned in with that and during going through that one, there's a lot of information that you guys can break down, dissect, and digest. So hopefully you guys are checking that out. Other than that, how have you guys been? It has been a while since I have hopped back on and we dove into the market. So we can get straight back into it. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Keep in mind, guys, this is an interactive stream. If you guys want to chat it up, man, feel free to say hello, what's going on, all that good stuff. I am friendly. You know how it goes. Yo, what's going on? Grind time. What's the word? What's the word, man? So been a while, so might as well, like I said, jump straight into it. And if you guys can hit that like button for me, tell a friend about the stream that is going on right now. Won't be a super duper long stream as it is a Monday. Mondays are a drag. Let's see. Let's zoom this in. So let's see what we're looking at for global market cap for cryptocurrency. We had about 3.2 trillion. Volume is a bit down from where it was previously, but the market has just not been printing like it was previously. There's been some random projects that are coming out that are doing pretty well. I think one of them was Jail Stool. I think it might have rugged shortly after that, but if you were in it from the beginning until it actually ran, and if you understand the sentiments of the market, then you can kind of understand that this has not been a holders market for a lot of different cryptocurrencies, especially if you're just a meme token. You get a whole bunch of hype at first. Usually with a whole bunch of hype usually comes a larger pullback. So definitely want to take those super hyped up projects with a grain of salt. I even think the baby actually launched a token, and I don't think his token did well either. Not even going to lie to you. The baby, Patrick Mahomes, like there's been a celebrity token launched on I don't know how many celebrities. Kanye's token did well as he had a brief mental breakdown on on X for a bit. It was actually crazy. He had a breakdown and his token went up like 4,000%. So that kind of shows you how unstable Web3 can be sometimes. You see somebody kind of just going in on their post and it's like, yeah, this is bullish. People are going to like this. Let me go buy. It's kind of an interesting concept behind it. But to each his own, you know what I mean? So, but right now, we're looking at Bitcoin being at 96,930 bucks. So it is up on a 24-hour period, 0.3%. So not super movement today. On a 7-day period, we're looking at it being down 4.2%. Then if you look at Ethereum is really where like most of the hit is being taken at. Ethereum just hasn't had too much news and or too many projects that are launching that are just doing super well over there. Traction and volume has been a bit down on that side of town. So we're at 2,647 bucks. We're up 0.4%, so kind of following in the path of Bitcoin. But on a 7-day period, we are down almost 16%, which is pretty large dip. I mean, you can see right below here XRP at $2.45. We just recently were over $3 on XRP. So it's up 2.3% on a day. So looking somewhat bullish today. But if you look at it on a 7-day period, it's down even more than Ethereum is at 16.8%, almost kicking in at about 17% downtrend on XRP. A lot of people are viewing XRP as a good buy right now in this range just because of the significant pullback that they've had. And they've got a bit of news brewing in that camp over there also. So I actually saw Europop posted a video saying that he thinks XRP is going to be around like $8 in the near future. That would be great for me, my portfolio, and anybody else that's been investing into XRP since it was around like 50 cents, 40 cents. If you were like dollar cost averaging and you actually had some type of commitment for XRP at that time period, you're already more than in profit. But if it goes to around $8 to $10, you're definitely looking at a healthy amount of profit coming in on that side. So that's super bullish. We'll definitely be looking out for that and any other news that comes out on this side of town. I got a couple different sites that I've been utilizing too for like articles on like ETFs and stuff like that. I probably won't pull all that up today, just because I wanted to make this just a shorter screen, kind of tapping in with you guys, kind of seeing what the market looks like. We'll pull up the chart, kind of look at the TA, kind of see where our new support and resistance levels are going to lie. We have broken out of our previous zone to where we were trading for a bit with that downtrend we had previously. So we got Solana. Solana has been heavy on the volume, a little bit slower lately. People got used to Solana projects coming out and running super hard. Now we're getting to the point to where only some projects are running. It's not just every other project that's running or getting launched, and there's minimal volume in others, and or just people trying to grind and push things up from the bottom. And when I say the bottom, I mean the bottom. Some of these tokens are I actually recently just saw one launch. It went to like a $5 million market cap from Pump Fund. Then I think now it's sitting at like a $200,000 or $300,000 market cap. So definitely a significant decrease in volume in a lot of these projects. A little bit of hype at first, people run it up, they ride the wave, and then people are taking profits and getting the hell out of Dodge. So quite interesting. BNB sitting at $615. It's up about 6.7%, but down 6.9%. So it was down significantly, and it's starting to move back up. 6.7% is definitely bullish. I think some of this value may be coming from the recent surge of meme coins being launched on the BNB network. There were some rumors that CZ was supporting some meme coins on BNB and a couple other catalysts that were kind of pushing some value that way. I actually remember a few streams ago, I was talking about how BNB was not getting any love. And now if you look at BNB versus Bitcoin and Ethereum's progress, you get Bitcoin at 0.3% on 24-hour, Ethereum at 0.4%. And then you got BNB sitting here at 6.7. So you can see some of these smaller blockchains are starting to pick up a lot more of the volume. As you look at Solana, 4.8% on 24-hour, and BNB at 6.7% on 24-hour. Something else that I've been watching that also took a huge hit, I feel like, is Dogecoin. Dogecoin is sitting at 25 cents right now. So on a 24-hour period, it is up 2.7%, which is definitely bullish after the downtrend that it's been in for a while. It is down currently about 18.7%. I think the only thing that's beating that right now in this range of like the top 10 is Cardano right now, down 22% on a 7-day period, and not up at all today. So there's still a lot of cryptos. Let me see what Sue is doing. Sue's up 4.6% right now currently, but it is down 18%. I'm looking at all of these percentages that these tokens are down right now, and then looking at the fact that the market long term has not left from out of its bullish structure. So these downtrends may just be opportunities to buy. A lot of fear in the market right now just because there's not a lot of money going through. There's a lot of new people who don't understand the cycles that the market go through. So you got to kind of relax during these periods of time. There's been multiple times when I was in super duper early and didn't really know much about crypto, to where things went down, they weren't going back up, and it just felt like that shit would never go back up. And that's just not the case. I don't see cryptocurrency going anywhere anytime soon. The government's trying to adopt it and use it for resources to gain revenue. There's strategic reserves as far as like Bitcoin, talks of XRP reserves and other cryptocurrencies that are looking into reserves. So there's a lot of possibilities out there. Yo, what's going on, baby fat? What's the word? How you feeling today? So yeah, man. So that's just a brief overview of like the top cryptocurrencies we're looking at and the global market cap that we're looking at right now. Even if you're looking at the top gainers, we're not getting a whole lot of motion in the market right this second. So it has been kind of a little bit of a boring market. Some things are launching, like if you go on like Pump Fund or something like that, you might find something that's beneficial or worth getting into. But it's pretty dry. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see. Let's see if there's anything actually. Zam. Majority of the time you go on here, man, you're just setting yourself up for a rugging unless you know like some inside information, or you're just a complete deviation putting a couple bucks into most of these projects. I showed you guys the platform of Ape.store as far as being a launch pad, and I have not traded on it yet. I am going to trade live on Ape.store. I think I'm going to take some time to trade live on Pump Fund, kind of show you guys the differences and similarities. I think that there's a lot more volume on the Solana side on Pump Fund. There's a lot more projects that are launching. Not saying that a lot of projects don't launch on Ape.store, but you definitely get a lot of projects. But the volume and the amount of projects that are launching on this platform are ridiculous, honestly. Like, I think either millions or billions of dollars kind of go through this on a weekly basis. So, and it's really interesting. Let's check this one out. Not a rug, but not a fan just yet. So there's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of different things that I just click to kind of look how the motion of these things are going. You can kind of tell the sentiments of some of these launch pads by like the amount of rugs that are going through it. 9 times out of 10, if you're looking at things that look like good opportunities and they're continually rugging, or they get to where they're at a high point to where they're about to launch, and then things just keep rugging back to back, 9 times out of 10, that's not the best day to invest. You might find some things here or there, but the sentiment is just not there sometimes. And you're kind of trying to force money. I've definitely learned to try not to force to try to make gains at any point. It just makes for you losing more money. You get upset you lost a little bit of money. You try to put some more money in DCA, knowing that the project's dying, and it's just that the money that you put in goes down lower. So you got to pay attention to stuff like that. Be self-aware. Try not to get too self-indulged with the you know what I mean. Just trying to get rich overnight. Let's see. So between Bitcoin and Ethereum, Bitcoin is the only one that I can say like really kind of remained super bullish by maintaining our 3 zones that we were looking at. So if you just look at it without the indicators, you're seeing that Bitcoin broke past, well, first of all, hit this resistance level a few times, which is why we were utilizing this as one of the strongest support levels that we had right here in this range. Then we went up, hit another resistance level, use it as a support, which is the current level right now that is utilizing as like its core support, I feel like. Then you have our resistance level that was developed around like 100K. We did recently with that last pump where it created a new all-time high of about 109K. Yeah, about 109K, almost 109.5. So when we hit this new all-time high, I actually told you guys previously, I don't know if you I got to start clipping some of the things I say, but I told you guys previously that once we did kind of come back up from this swing of having a bottom, that we would try to create some type of new all-time high. I did not think that it would hold. I thought that it would create the all-time high, trade sideways, try to hold this as a support and get rejected. That's pretty much what happened here. It tried to hold it as a support as long as it could. This is the day chart right here to just indicate how many days it did try to hold this range. So definitely around this 100K range for a while, and then bam, we had that significant sell-off that almost took us down to our golden range, which to me, this golden range, how it's holding anything in between this yellow and this green line is a collection zone for me until it proves that we're just completely going to go into a downtrend that may take us past this zone. But if you look at it, anytime once it broke this, anytime in between this range was a perfect time to collect, even if you were just scalping. If you would have bought down here, sold up here, you know what I mean? Bought down here and could have had a small gain right here, bought down here, small gain right here. And that's what a lot of people are doing in this market right now. And some people are making a killing, some people are getting liquidated. Some people are going long on scenarios when they should have went short, you know what I mean? So it's a lot of money being won, a lot of money being lost here. So but this range has been almost the perfect collection range if you were actually able to catch it and also weren't scared of the volatility that was happening in the market at that time period. So Just depends on your tolerance level for the market right now. So what do I kind of see this doing over the next couple of days? I personally think that we are, at least from looking at the day chart, we're trying to go back up. You can see on, let me pull it up for you guys. You can see we had this nice downtrend on the stochastic, and then it's trying to bottom out around this range. This will probably be around the bottom that we had around green line. So you can kind of associate that with that. So this is where we kind of bottomed out at, and then we're trying to transition back up. Only thing is that we need both of our indicators to agree on the time frame, and currently we do not have agreement from our MACD. We have not crossed just yet. It looks like it's trying to cross, but you'll see a lot of different times, especially on shorter time frames, the MACD will want to cross, but enough volume to the downside and it will look like it's about to cross, come back down, and then we'll continue to go down just a little bit further to try to find a range. So until this gets a little bit closer to crossing, I'm definitely not going to say that we're like bullish. We could get some movement to the upside, but this movement to the upside could just be us getting rejected around this range at 100K and then push back down. As you can see, we didn't go up on this stochastic with a whole bunch of momentum. So this to me tells me that this can be a temporary up just to go back down, but that back down from this point right here could literally just be this 94K support level. So hopefully that's kind of where we kind of bottom out at. I'm hoping to hold this 94K range, even if we come down a little bit below the 94K, as long as price action pushes it back up above 94K, I think that we'll be pretty solid. Let's look on the longer time frames. Longer time frame kind of confirms what I'm telling you guys, that we're in a situation to where on the extended time frames we're still not bullish. We moved up a little bit. We got the small green candle, but stochastic and MACD on the week time frame is still heading down. So could we possibly break this 89-90K range? It is a possibility, depending on what type of news we get inside of the market. I feel like my worst case scenario for this would probably be around this range. It does have soft levels of support, so I kind of organized this the way that I had it previously for here. So if I had to put a bottom and a lid on this, if it does break this range, it would have to break past this 89-90K range for this to be viable, though. Let's see. Bam. So what kind of happens in my eyesight for this one is hopefully the colors and everything is not too confusing, but I feel like if we do have a massive push to the downside, which right now on the MACD, it's not looking too horrible. This could correct and go back up. Right now on the stochastic, it's telling us that we still could come down a little bit. Like I said, that come down a little bit could be this 90K. But if we break 90K and we're unable to retain this as support, go back up and get rejected, our next level that we'll be looking at for strong support is around 80K. So around 80, almost 81K. Our worst case scenario, just because this is the strongest level that we'll be able to hold within this range since we began this uptrend, would be around this like 69-70K range, which would be losing another 10K within this drop. Something dramatic, I feel like, would have to come into play for that to be the case. But I'm not really putting it past, especially with all this different news going on about potential trade wars and stuff like this. Some of the decisions that Donald Trump's making, some people are not fans of. So it really just depends on what comes out and when it comes out, how it affects people or how they feel like it'll affect the market. So definitely going to be kind of looking out for that. Let's go to the month chart and see how we're looking. On the month chart, we are still somewhat bullish. And if you're looking at the stochastic, this very short space in between this orange and blue line, I don't know if you guys can see it, almost like somewhat intersecting as they go down, which kind of tells me that this downtrend doesn't want to go down too much further than it already is. But at some point we do have to correct and come back into this range, because we're overbought currently right now. We've been overbought for some time. So not saying that we can't hang around that range for a little bit. As you can see, we hung around that range for some time around this time. And then, as I stated before, we had a pullback. It wasn't like a super significant pullback. As you can see, the chart wasn't like super devastated. Yeah, I think it went from a high of $20,000 to about bottom of about $6,000-7,000. So it wasn't super horrible. Nice pullback though, but wasn't super horrible. If we can go up a bit more and then pull back to utilize once again that 100K range as a support, that could pull us back from being this over purchase range. So it just really depends on how the market moves. My estimate will be that we pull back, hopefully holding this 90K range, bounce and kind of go back up. That's just my thought process. Something could change that. I'm 100% sure of it. Let's see. But just short term, it just looks like a downtrend, but a short term downtrend. 4 hour about the same. So yeah, I would like to see this continue to go up a little bit. Like I said, 9 times out of 10 may get rejected at this 100K and then pull back. Let's look at ETH and see how ETH's holding or not holding rather. All right, so when we had this pullback on ETH, a lot of people said we're bullish. We'll be back above 3K in no time, pretty much. I disagreed with that heavily and felt like we were going to need to trade sideways before we could actually move back up, just because ETH needed to build back up some momentum. So looking at this chart right now on the month chart, just as a whole, it looks like it's trying to attempt to hold this range, which is at like 2,700 or so. I don't know where this is going to wake up at, but I'll just put a random line and see if this ends up giving us a possibility of our bottom or not. We'll make this blue for the bottom, possibly. We'll see if this holds. There's no guarantee of this holding. Same thing if bad news comes out, Bitcoin will drop. I think Ethereum will drop also, especially with having less going for it right this second. Let's go to the week chart. Well, on this month chart, before I get out of this, it really, from the bottom of its heart, it looks like it wants to remain bullish on the MACD. But the problem is it just does not have the volume to support it. So we're still in a downtrend right this second. Let's go to the week. The week, if you guys pay attention to the line that I just added in there for the bottom, we would need to get up and above this, what is that, like 2,688 mark. We need to get up and above it, which still has time on this candle. This is a 1 week candle, so still got about 6 days with today to kind of migrate above this portion. But you would need to trade within this zone of like 2,700 to like 3K, build up momentum so it's able to break that 3K range, because this 3K range went from being our what should have been our bottom to now a resistance level that we're going to have to deal with, and a resistance level to where this actually might be a pretty significant one for a little bit, depending on how much volume we get in. So even if this pushes up with a nice amount of volume, goes up, goes down, it may wake up and come back into this zone for a little bit to trade sideways. Is kind of what I'm viewing with this. But as of right now, if it does not break above this range, we could come down a bit more. If we were to come down a bit more, sheesh, what are we looking at? Shit, I'm seeing probably the strongest level of support around like 1,500 or so. There's soft levels of support like around 2,200 or so. So I would say this will probably be our first stop if it does break here around like 2,200. would probably, yeah, probably be a nice first stop if you guys kind of see how many touches we got around that range and how we wicked up a few times around this range, which shows good positive price action. So could be a situation. So if this is not our bottom, there's a possibility that this 2200 could be. If we break past this, we're heading to like 1500 or so. That's my personal opinion. It doesn't mean it's guaranteed or anything like that, but just looking at this setup and how we were using this as a support level briefly, broke it, used it as a resistance, bounced, went up and above, came down, could not use it as support again, and now it's being flipped as a resistance level right now currently. So we'll see how this pans out. There's a lot of different ways that this can go. It all depends on news and just how the market reacts to the news. The market's been super finicky, especially with Donald Trump kind of making some of these executive decisions that some like, some don't like, and others are trying to just figure out how this benefits America pretty much. So it's definitely some cool things I feel like that are about to happen soon. I just don't think that we're there just yet. Definitely what Baby Fat said, hit that like button, retweet, all that good stuff. If you guys like the information that I'm trying to put out for you guys, feel free to tell a friend to pull up. We got about 70 people in the building right now between YouTube and Twitter. You guys love the hell out of Twitter. I get it. The accessibility is crazy. But yeah, if you guys can't retweet, tell a friend, get a few more people in here. Next thing that I'm going to be jumping into is another opportunity that if you guys have not been paying attention to, you guys are asleep under a rock. The AMA was super bullish on the in the meantime side, man. Just the information that I already knew, learned, and just hearing the team kind of explain how they feel about the project, why they created some of the things, why the way that they created them. I think that it's super bullish the way that they created this project. We had a nice pullback on in the meantime. So my range actually, which it actually surpassed, which was a little bit interesting to me because I honestly thought that we would hold. Let's get this situated. Where is my line? I thought we would hold. So I thought we would hold around this 2.5 million range, right? So this is now going to be a resistance just because this was previously a support. We got sold past that point just a little bit, bounced around this range at the a little bit above 2 mil range. But for me, this is still a bullish buy. As you guys can see on the stochastic, we are oversold right this second. So in this range, we are oversold, which means that we are definitely getting close to a bottom. MACD on like the day, 4 hour, 12-hour time frames takes a little bit longer to try to reverse and needs a little bit more volume to try to reverse. Somebody kind of gave me the similarities of it's like turning a semi truck around versus trying to turn like a Fiat around. You know what I mean? It's a little bit easier on the shorter time frames than it is the longer time frames. But I can see this catching. Let's see where our next bottom would be at. So this would be our current bottom right here that we're dealing with. And hold on, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, guys. Damn, got on mute first. All right, sorry about that. I had to go check on the kiddos. Where was I? All right, so what the hell did I last do? All right, yeah, bam, that's what I was doing. All right, so got our new support level that we're currently holding right now for in the meantime. So do I think this one should hold? I honestly thought that the 2.5 range would hold. So I was actually telling Mr. T, which is actually one of the team members that runs the TikTok, that I thought that 2.5, in between 2.5 and 3 million was a really good range to buy in. I still stand on it. This is a really good range to buy in. You can actually see, if I zoom out a bit, that not once but twice this has actually wicked up, showing that the price action wants to push the price back to the upside. So I'm definitely looking at this as a range that is pretty nice to buy this in. Could it go a little bit lower? Possibilities are, but you also have people like me that see a super bullish opportunity to buy into a token that has so many different catalysts working for it. So they release one that they're going to have mining, and I don't think that people understand the scope of what mining kind of brings to the project itself. Like, they're planning on like advancing the project, funding the project, doing buyback and burns. And if you're mining in a situation like this, like right now, they're pretty much allocating $100,000 towards like the mining purposes of the project. And they said they have possibilities of a 300% yield on that. I mean, you guys are pretty good at math, right? So you guys can do the math and kind of figure out what that amount is. And I don't think it's going to be an extended period of time. Mining varies, but there are earlier projects that you can mine that can really do well. So it's not just the mining of just Bitcoin or any other larger token that you can get into. You can actually mine some of these newer or up and coming tokens that can do really, really well in the market. So possibilities are, with all the different opportunities of you mining and bringing all of that revenue back into your ecosystem so that your investors are actually able to benefit from it. You push price action and you cause scarcity and a supply shock. Like, people are not accounting for the scarcity and supply shock that could possibly come from the setup that they have created that's not even being funded by everybody else's money, as far as like taxes on the token. Like, that's what most people are looking to fund their token. If they have if you have 0% taxes, most people are looking to create like an NFT or something like that to fund the project. They've created multiple different endeavors to where almost all of them bring revenue back into the in the meantime chart or the in the meantime investors. Then the tap to earn game, to where they have a significant amount of supply that will be able to be distributed from people who are actually paying this tap to earn game. I don't know how many times that I have waited for like a game to come out for a cryptocurrency just because I was going to either have the kids binge on it, or shit, I might even in my free time get my tap on and, you know what I mean, see what the capabilities are earning are, so that I can tell somebody else, or I might even do it live on stream depending on what the format of the gaming is. But it's a situation to where you can earn doing something super simple. Then they have the TikTok swap on top of that, to where you can swap anonymously. I know a lot of people, well, I know I have to deal with it a bit, but there's a lot of people out here that pocket watch. You know what I mean? They kind of want to see what you're doing and know how much money you're making. Being able to be anonymous and send and swap and move from multiple blockchains anonymously is definitely going to be clutch moving in the future. There's going to be a lot of people that make a lot of money that people are not going to want them to know that they made a lot of money. So in order for you to do that, you have to have anonymous sources to be able to move your money around, to stay under the radar. I'm a person that doesn't like ringing a whole lot of bells when I come in. I like coming in quietly. I don't like making a lot of noise. I do a bunch of different things, but nobody needs to know about that, right? So this swap allows you to be able to do that, feel comfortable with moving your money, not have to connect your wallets to anything, and take a short period of time. Most of these sites that you utilize to bridge, they take forever. And by the time you find the opportunity, realize that you have to bridge over to another blockchain and you get back to it, the opportunity is nine times out of 10 already gone. You missed the opportunity. You're still waiting on this little swirly thing to stop swirling and saying that it actually sent to you when this swap actually does do things in a timely manner. So I let me see. I think I got that pulled up too. So this is actually it's on LB's page. So it actually shows the process of going through that swap. Did I hit the play button? Okay, there we go. We're moving. All right, so this is pretty much the process of you swapping out. I'll full screen it because I know my face is probably in the way. So you guys can see it's pretty simple. It's not rocket science. It walks you through the entire process. It shows you all of the different chains that you can utilize, and literally he's going through the entire process of how you do it. Your first exchange is giving you multiple different exchange rates. Bam, it says you're receiving anonymously, creating privacy order. Like this is I feel like next level, and I feel like somebody should have come out with something like this. Like just look at how like smooth and seamless this is. And to be anonymous within that process is just another plus. So you got that, you got the mining, that tap to earn game. I think is going to be another thing that's kind of slept on. You can earn a lot, and you get once people start earning, more people will start talking about it. More people will start understanding that this project actually has benefits. And it's not just the game. It's not just the swap. It's not just the token. It's the community, the team, and everything that's brought to the table. If you look at a lot of different projects that were poised to do well or did really well in bull markets, they had everything that I just named pretty much. Their narrative was on point. It was super memeable. People were able to get behind it. They saw an opportunity to make money. They came out with some type of engaging activity and or something that becomes a utility for the community or investors, and has some type of real life use case. The community is super bullish and crazy about what's being built. The team is super bullish and crazy about what's being built and willing to put the work in early, because when you first launch a token, the beginning of that lifespan of the token is the most important part of it, because you have to get engagement, you have to keep engagement, and you have to maintain the people that you have inside of the project. So with doing that, you have to make sure that they're happy. You have to make sure that people are heard. And sometimes in Web3, that is super hard, especially with all the different opinions that are out there in the world. So for them to be holding these levels right here, and I honestly feel like this is a token that just from the AMA, I won't even say just from me looking at the chart or looking into the community, anything else, just from the AMA and the information that was provided, how they tried to structure this token, I feel like it's beautiful. It's meant for investors to try to win. There's not too many projects that are structured like that. There's not too many projects that are structured in a way that people are able to gain money. And it's not about the developer being greedy or wanting to be the first one to make money. Like these developers team members are building, working hard. They're doing TikTok streams almost every day. They have Twitter spaces that they're going to. They have KOLs that are actually putting out the information, people that are actually super bullish on the project. So there's so much to this project for it to not be an opportunity at this low price that it's at right now, especially after this pullback. So this is definitely a range that I'm looking at personally and kind of collecting a little bit. So if you guys have not looked into this project, not bullish on this project, check out the AMA that I have on my page. That may change your mind, most definitely. And if you just never heard of the token, check out the AMA I got on my page. They have a couple other AMAs and recorded Twitter spaces that they've been in that are super bullish. The Telegram is open and active, so definitely got some benefits there. What's going on, Chaka? Yo, what's the word, man? Been a while, man. How you been? Definitely been a while. But yeah, man, it's this token right here, I can't say it anymore. If you guys missed the opportunity and we progress and keep looking at this and we're at 10, $50-100 million market cap. I can't save you at that point. It's still not too late to get in because I think this has $1 billion potential. It just needs all of the ducks to line up in a row, people to understand what they're looking at, and people like me to kind of describe, break down, and make it easier for you guys to digest this information and what could possibly happen within this run up. But I honestly do think that we're looking at our next $1 billion token. I don't say that lightly because I don't think I've ever said that about a token, to be honest. I don't see that potential in a lot of tokens. I don't see the team pushing in the way that I see this team pushing. I don't see the possible use cases for this token in other tokens. So, and it's not just me promoting the project. This is me actually being bullish on the project and wanting to see what this pans out to be, especially when I got the description of why they launched on Pump Fund. They utilized it as a tool for marketing, and it worked beautifully. So other than that, man, there was a few other things that I was looking at. We got Melania, which this one was interesting to me, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't quite understand why this like floored itself, but it makes sense just because Trump had way too much volume going through it. Melania, if I'm saying the name right, stole a lot of volume from Trump. Then it began to go back to Trump. You know what I mean? Because people saw that the token wasn't doing as well as they thought it would. They thought it would at least get to $30-40. And here it is sitting at $1.43. So am I saying that to say that this token won't go back up? Of course not. I definitely don't think that that's the case. Not even a situation to where there's low volume. There's so many tokens that would love for their low volume day to be $4.2 million. $4.2 million in a 24-hour period is a lot of damn money. Especially right this second. You can see the majority of the tokens that are running past on the screen right now are down, except for not Fartnoy. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm sorry, they caught me off guard, but apparently the only thing that was on top was Fartnoy. It's up about 7,000%, but you got one that's up 100%, but the majority of these tokens right now are down. Like this paid for trending, and it's only up 0.4%. So you know what I mean. Trump's only up 1.6%, which we'll go to that chart after. But pretty much, what Melania needs to do is it needs to find a bottom, which it looks like it's trying to attempt to. It is really trying to attempt to. These other times, like this was an attempt to try to find a bottom, failed. Went back into a downtrend, up a little bit, and then here's another attempt right here to kind of find a bottom. Could this fail? Possibly. It depends on what comes out for this one. I think most people see more opportunity in the Trump token than they do the Melania token, just because they're just kind of like, not who the fuck is she, but like what is she going to bring to the table versus what Trump can bring to the table. And that's why you see this one at $1.43 and this one at about $16. But crazier part, tell me when you see it, guys. The volume on this Trump token is only 23K, which is goddamn atrocious. Like I don't like your wife's token is at about $4 million. Let me see how much sell pressure that is. Okay, that's about $2 million and $2.3 million in sell pressure, 1.9 in buys. But still, damn, like that is a big deficit between the volume between Melania and Trump. But also could mean that there's just a lot of people holding it that want to try to see what could possibly come of this. But 23K is nuts to me. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I at least feel like that should be over a couple million, especially with the notoriety that Trump has. So interesting. Let's see how much Daddy has. Does it have more than that? Like Daddy token, Daddy Tate has at least $1 million in value. So for that Trump token only have like 23K is wild to me. Like, look, like Well, no, that's 820. Never mind. Bad example. All right, let's see. Fart coin on base. Like there's one on Solana too. This one has $629,000 in value. Also, guys, we'll be checking on our meme wallet. Also, I need to add the extension back to my computer, but just because I do want to check in on them. Also, we had in the meantime they sent $50 to our meme list wallet, and I'm actually pulling it up on my phone right now to see what it's at currently right now. All right, so it was one, like I said, we had a nice little pullback on in the meantime. So our $50 is now at 68.13 with the pullback that we've had. Like I said, I think we're getting close to a bottom here, so we're probably going to uptrend closer to about 4 or 5 million at some point soon. I'm thinking probably within the next week or so. So that'll probably be about double that, or a little bit over double that, so a little bit over $100. Then we also had Chancho send some funds. I don't have my list directly in front of me. Next time I come on, I will have my list and my extension back up so that you guys can see it. But currently, I think it was about 60 or 70 bucks that Chancho sent, which was about 2.5 million tokens. We are sitting a little bit down on the Chancho right now. We are at $50.24 on that token that got sent in. Like I said, you guys will be able to visually see like how much these are worth once I add my extension back to the computer. I don't know why it's acting weird right now, but let's see. And this is a bad time frame. Look at this on. So let's see. How long has this one been out? 12. So we're about 2 months in. Can I go 3-day chart on this one? Does it look weird? Okay. So this chart does not have the maximum amount of volume. So you got to kind of look at it on a different range. Smaller project micro caps are like that sometimes. Doesn't mean that they lack any type of potential at all, period. It just means that they're lacking the adoption right this second. So right now, what is the volume while I'm looking at it? Yeah, so the 24-hour volume is only $10 right now. So about a little bit less than $11 right now. So, I mean, you can imagine that it's not moving up and down as much as possible. You're looking at a market cap of 18,000. So this is like a mini micro cap right this second. Liquidity is at about 16.7K. Holders is at 102 holders right this second. And the pool was created about 2 months ago. So they're still moving and trying to get some traction. So, sometimes it does take a little bit longer than others. As long as the team is not giving up and pushing, this can still be a W for a lot of people who took the time out to want to be a part of it or not, just want to watch and see how things are going. But overall, just looking at the chart, had a significant pullback. So it looks like over time they were continuously going up for a little bit. We all know that does not last forever. Doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with the token, but BAM had a little bit of a pullback. That pullback turned into a full downtrend until it kind of bottomed out. It looks like around this range. We'll see if this bottoms out and tries to go back towards the upside or not, but they're definitely going to need a little bit more volume to try to move this thing forward. So we'll keep an eye out because they did send the amount of tokens that we needed them to send for us to monitor every once in a while and see what's going on with the token over there. So as of right this second, like I said, low volume, they would have to come on and do an AMA with me or something like that for me to grasp more of what the token is about and stuff like that. That community wants to come out, show out, and you know what I mean, get my attention. I may be able to set an AMA up and see what they got going on. But I think really more people need to know about what they're trying to do in a space, why they're still here, why they're going to remain here, and what's bullish about this token. And more people get to know about it. It's a possibility that this can push up, especially at a super duper low. Just imagine if this goes to a $1 million market cap, just a $1 million market cap from this sub $20,000 market cap. Could be super bullish. There's a lot of gains to be made in between that. But We don't know if it's going to happen. We'd have to talk to the team, kind of see the bullish nature of what's going on that camp, and go from there. Hood, I have not seen what was going on with Hood in a while. I don't even know where I have that damn contract at. But I don't want to. I might check that out next time. I don't want to make this too long so we can get some people that view it on the back end. We got 96 people in the building, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Let me see if you guys could retweet, even if the stream ends, it'll still get to some people, and some people will be able to check it out. But just a brief overview of what we kind of had going for today. We went over just the entire crypto market, global market cap, stuff like that. What's going on with Ethereum, Bitcoin, XRP, Solana, stuff like that. We'll dive into some articles and stuff like that very soon. Other than that, we also looked at, in the meantime, who is definitely at a really good buying position. You guys are going to understand what I'm saying as you guys kind of see the transition of the chart as we move forward. I think that a lot of buying pressure comes into this one. But other than that, it seems like the kids are getting a little bit unruly. So it looks like it is time for me to go. So other than that, man, you guys enjoy the rest of your night. I appreciate you guys, and I'm out of here. Peace.